I feel rejuvenated. I feel alive. I feel ready for the next portion of our programming here. I know we're all really excited for this. This is the Startup World Cup pitch competition. This is that part of the programming here. Yeah, let's give it up for the Startup World Cup pitch competition. We've got our contestants primed and ready. We've got our judges ready. But first, I'd like to welcome John Lim to the stage. He's with Pegasus Tech Ventures, a partner of ours on this Startup World Cup pitch competition that we've been hosting now for our second year. It's our second year this year. So welcome, John Lim, to the stage.
Aloha Hawaii. Welcome to Startup World Cup, the #1 startup pitch competition on the planet. My name is John Lim. I am the partner and chief strategy officer at Pegasus Tech Ventures. We are the organizer of the global initiative Startup World Cup. Before I explain about Startup World Cup, my special thanks goes to Blue Startups and East Meets West organizing team. Shanoa, David, Maya, let's give a warm thank you for all of the team organizing team here. Thank you. So Startup World Cup is the #1 startup pitch competition on the planet with $1 million investment prize to the final global champion. We organized regional competitions in more than 100 cities across the 6 continents. We get tens of thousands of applications. We have thousands of attendees checking out the innovative startups presentations. And so giving a little bit of overview of Pegasus. So we are a Silicon Valley-based global VC firm. We have about $2 billion of assets under management, manage 41 plus funds, have invested into more than 270 portfolio companies. What's unique about us is that we actually operate under what we call a venture capital as a service model. So what we do is we create a specific dedicated fund for a specific corporate partner and manage that fund based on the open innovation, the special strategic investment targets of that corporate. And so we work with corporates like Sega from Japan, from Asus from Taiwan, and manage their funds based on their strategic initiatives. And we're the bridge helping startups and corporates partner after the investment goes through. And so we've been able to invest into some notable companies, including Airbnb, OpenAI, SpaceX, Anthropic, so on and so forth. But again, main idea is that we are the bridge helping business development, facilitating partnership for the startups and the global corporates. So beyond that original bridging for our companies, portfolio companies, we came up with this global platforms to help connect the different startup ecosystems all around the world. Help promote entrepreneurship, help creating networking opportunities. And so to highlight some of the regional events, we organize in Europe, all over the world, from Australia, UK, Germany, France. We have a lot of events also in Asia, from Japan, China, Korea, Indonesia, Vietnam, so on and so forth. Also a lot of events in North America, including the one here in Hawaii. As well as, again, we cover all 6 continents. We have events in Africa, in South America, and Oceania as well. And so after we do these 100-plus regional events all around the world, we will host a 3-day series of grand finale events where we will determine the #1 winner who gets the $1 million investment prize. But it is actually a 3-day series, so we have the semifinals on October 15th. We have the CVC seminar and workshops on the 16th, and then the grand finale, day-long grand finale, as well as a networking party on the 17th. So we have a lot of people coming to the Global Grand Finale event, corporates, media, startups, VCs, government, the academia, anyone and everyone who is interested from the startup ecosystem in helping and connecting with different parts of the world. Again, as mentioned, it is a day-long conference for the grand finale. We've had some notable tech figures, the co-founder of Apple, co-founder of Netflix. We had C-levels from Tesla, from Uber, from Pfizer, et cetera. We had some from Shark Tank come and share their knowledge, share their stories, tips, and advice for the global entrepreneurs. And we've had top VCs and incubators, partners and founders come and judge the $1 million competition at the end. So please save your date. If you are able to come to San Francisco on October 17th, there is some discount offered here if you do the QR code or if you enter in the code there. Feel free to take the picture. Give you a quick couple seconds to take the pictures. Also, one thing that we've launched for the first time this year is we've opened up a mentorship program under the Startup World Cup initiative. So the idea is that the mentors, who can be corporates, professional services firms, former founders or current founders, investors, can help contribute to the growth of the global startup ecosystems, to help mentor, to coach the global startups who are participating in Startup World Cup. They're donating their time as volunteers, helping out the good cause, and helping out our founders, like the ones who are going to be pitching today. So if you're interested, please go and sign up on the Startup World Cup website and become a mentor and help out the global startups. So for the event today, we are going to be hosting the top startups from this region. There are going to be 3-minute pitches, followed by the 2 minutes Q&A with the judges. And then we'll score up the judges' calculations, the scores, and then announce the winner later today. So the special judges that we have Andrew, we have Bill, Christine, Elizabeth, who are helping as the judges determining the Hawaii champion today. Special thanks to the judges. Please give a warm round of applause for the judges. Okay, so that is almost it for my portion. Please follow us on Startup World Cup social media channels. And before I wrap it up, I'd like to show you a quick highlight video from our past grand finale event last year.
Welcome everyone to the Startup World Cup Grand Finale 2024. Who's excited to be here? Anyone? I know I am. We have an amazing show lined up for you today. We have incredible speakers, panel discussions, startup presentation, and the thing that I know we are all really here for, to see who wins the grand prize of a $1 million investment prize. Anybody excited about that?
Have done this in 100 plus countries and regions. This is the first time. You go to your Google or ChatGPT and check the largest startup competition in the world. Check what the answer is. That's the doctor. It's not only $1 million, basically. I have heard all the champions from the previous year, they actually received more than $1 million. In fact, the last year's champions, we ended up giving them $5 million.
The moment we have all been waiting for, the grand prize winner who will walk home with $1 million investment. Congratulations to our winner of the 2024 Startup World Cup. Please give it up for Earthgrits. representing Silicon Valley.
All right, thank you again. I hope you enjoy the presentations and good luck, presenters.
All right. Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much to Pegasus Tech Ventures, big supporter of East Meets West, and a great partner on the Startup World Cup pitch competition that we've now been doing for 2 years today. So I'd like to just start off by giving the judges a chance to introduce themselves a little bit. So really quickly, let's get to know our judges. We got to know John already, so we could probably skip John this time. But starting with Elizabeth Yin, just say who you are, your fund, and what you invest in. And we'll get to know our judges a little bit before we get into the competition.
Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Yin. I'm one of the general partners and co-founders of Hustle Fund. We invest at the earliest stages, 2 people in a garage type of stage, where the rich uncle or aunt you may or may not have.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christine Kyung. I'm a general partner at J2 Ventures, actually just stand. And we are early stage investors, investing in technology companies that scale with the help of government. So every single one of our companies have either a government contract or non-dilutive capital from the US government.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bill Bryant. I'm now retired general partner at a venture fund called Threshold Ventures, formerly Draper Fisher Jurvetson, where I spent 17 years. Prior to that, I started 6 venture-backed startups in the Seattle area, and I've been involved with over 25 successful outcomes, $14 billion in market value creation.
And I was born and raised here in Pearl City, so.
Aloha, Andrew Ogala. I moved to Hawaii about 3 years ago, managing partner and founder of Quest Venture Partners. I also have a private investment vehicle called Six Tree Capital. And yeah, looking forward to judging today and getting to know everyone. Thank you.
All right. Thank you to our judges. We have an amazing panel of judges here today. So mahalo for all of you being here and judging our competition today. All right. So without further ado, with all of that, let's get into the pitches. Let's get into the fun stuff. We've got 9 pitch contestants here ready to go, ready to rock on stage. So I want to jump right into it with our first presenter coming from Hawaii Island. We have Alexia Akbay with Symbrosia.
Thanks, David. Aloha kako. My name is Alexia Akbay. I'm the CEO and founder of Symbrosia. Unfortunately, today, we still live in a world where global leaders want you to think that if you forget about climate change, that it's going to go away. But in Hawaii, we don't have that luxury. The nations closest to us will be underwater in my lifetime. According to the UN, 1 in 9 people will be designated climate refugees, so 1 person at each of these tables. And the impacts go on and on. But this is a room of entrepreneurs and innovators and funders, right? We're not going to let that happen. We're going to innovate our way out of it. And that's what I told myself at the age of 22. And so I did what Hank Rogers did, and I went back and I looked at the sources. So where are all these emissions coming from? And to my surprise, I saw that cow burps, yes, burps from cows, are responsible for about 5% of total global greenhouse emissions. That's because they burp a really potent greenhouse gas. But at the same time, I knew that if we wanted to develop a solution that was going to be used by farmers, we really needed to get smart because we couldn't chastise them for all the emissions that they were producing. We needed to build a product that was going to work for them. And we found that methane is actually a waste byproduct of their digestion. About 20% of the feed that you put into a cow is burnt out
in the form of methane energy. So there was really an opportunity here, and that's what Symbrosia did. We developed a product called Sea Graze, which is 100% all-natural seaweed supplement, USDA organic certified, that reduces this source of emissions by over 80% in cattle. This is over 25 peer-reviewed publications in 3 continents, while optimizing dietary energy use by over 15%, so improving the yields for the farmers. This is a $250 billion global revenue opportunity, and we are starting right here in our backyard, tackling cattle in Hawaii as well as the EU and Australia for export. We have 2 products, Sea Graze Oil, which is an algae essential oil extract, and a dry product. This product generates easily 170% ROI for the farmers before they even tackle carbon credits or branding around environmental benefits. This value proposition has drawn in about 700,000 cattle committed in the form of offtake agreements, $240 million in future revenue. We have 7 patents, over $5 million in federal dilutive funding. And our team is a very diverse array of folks, both locally, so 50% of our management team is Native Hawaiian, as well as a diverse global group of advisors and board of directors from companies like Danone, the lead for Microsoft's AI for Earth initiative, and then also Fortune 200 HR experts and the like. So we really believe this is a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Are you in? Thank you.
All right, give it up for Alexia. Stay on stage really quick.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that was right on time. We have 2 minutes for judges to ask questions, so I'll open it up to the judges. Is anyone ready to kick it off?
When you talk about committed sales, what does that mean?
So they are 5-year offtake agreements that scale as we scale. So each year in the offtake agreement, the volume of purchase increases, starting at some agreements start at like 3,000 head of cattle and end at like 200,000 head of cattle, depends on the client.
These are signed, but not delivered.
Signed, beginning to be delivered. So we're in the year 1 for some of the contracts.
I've got a question. Hi.
Hey.
Nice seeing you again. What do you estimate the capital requirements to be able to service like 5% of the world's cows? What?
Yeah, pretty significant. Just maybe for an idea in terms of locally, we're building a $65 million facility in concept right now. That facility will cater to about 2.6 million head of cattle, but it will also abate the equivalent of 20% of the state of Hawaii's entire greenhouse gas footprint. So while the global cattle population is huge, there's definitely localized dramatic impacts of these types of projects.
What is Sea Graze's cost per kilo, and how does it compete against your competitors?
Yeah, so we price it like per head per day. So it's about 25 cents per head per day right now, compared to some other additives, which might range from like 8 to 17 cents per head today. So magnitude wise, we're there. In terms of the ROI, really hard to beat. We are at the same price as like a product put out by DSM, which is a global conglomerate. So they charge 25 cents per head per day for 30% reduction, and we're charging 25 cents per day for 80% reduction. But they've had really slow adoption of their product, even though they've been on the market for a while. So our goal was to undercut and go quick.
All right, that's all the time we have for Alexia. Thank you so much for getting us started. All right, next up from right here in Honolulu, Urijah Kaplan with Protosure. Give it up.
Hello, everybody. Aloha, I'm Urijah. I'm the CEO of Protosure. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our platform. So we're a no-code AI-based platform that allows large, complex companies to digitize their internal processes that revolve around forms and spreadsheets and be able to create a fully maintain, easy to update system internally for their internal use and their customers. So in particular, we typically focus on the insurance industry, where they have very complex form requirements, very complex spreadsheets internally, very complex pricing. So we could take their insurance products that you have in the biggest insurance companies in the world, and we could help them automate that in a couple of days without writing any code. So it's one of the fundamental problems in large companies that there's a lot of paperwork, a lot of very complex forms, business logic, processes, very complex spreadsheets, and there's no way to migrate that to a modern solution without doing a lot of coding. So we allow those companies to take those internal systems and internal processes and automate it without doing any coding. So we take those forms, particularly when it's a complex company with that's very heavily regulated. Insurance is our keystone right now. We work in the U.S. and Japan. It allows you to build the front end, the back end, the document generation, the reports, the rules, the Excel spreadsheets. Again, all without doing any kind of code, and allows you to deliver it to any kind of third-party or internal endpoint. Here's some of the capabilities. I won't go into all of them. But anything you could imagine doing with any form-based process, any spreadsheet-based process, we could do it, and we could do it without doing any kind of coding, and do it really easily. Instead of spending millions of dollars taking something that works internally but requires a lot of manual processing, we could have those same people build the systems themselves and bring that to market. One of our biggest wins is that we've been working in the Japanese market. Sampo Japan is adopting us essentially across the board for their commercial insurance products. We went live in October, and they told Nikkei that we saved them 80% compared to what it would have cost for them to otherwise digitize their internal systems. In addition to Sampo, there's another Japanese company where we're going to announce something soon at a similar scale, and we just signed a $10 billion insurance company in the US for a similar across-the-board digitization of their internal processes. We're really excited about that, and we're just as excited about all the AI features that we're incorporating as well. Anywhere from making it easier to build things using AI to making it easier for people to fill out those questions using AI, and then easier for the people who underwrite and review those complex processes to give feedback. So that's what we're focusing on right now, to add multiple levels of intelligence to internal static forms and documentation. We're about to start our Series A fundraising, so this is a great time to tell you all about what we're doing, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you so much. Give it up for Protosure. And time for judges.
Yeah, great. Congratulations on getting Sompo and maybe another new Japanese insurance company. For the Japan market, it always seems like, capture one of the top 3 companies, and then it's a lot easier to sell to the other. What approach are you taking to expand your footprint in Japan?
So interestingly enough, there's only 3 P&C insurance companies in Japan. So, those 3 are essentially the entire market. And I can tell you we went live with one, and there's things going on with the other ones, but I can't say enough about it. One of the real growth opportunities for us, particularly in the Japanese market, is because they're so heavily reliant on forms and spreadsheets and whatnot, that we're also looking into governmental applications, military applications, financial services applications. There's a $100 billion fund we're speaking to there that they might modernize using our systems. Particularly in the Japanese market, things either tend to be manual or hand-coded. And so they really need something that's in between the two. The US market has that problem also, but the Japanese market, we're a really great fit for them, and that's why it's really helpful to be in Hawaii and be able to work with them remotely.
So about a decade ago, the business process automation companies, the Blue Prisms and UiPaths, were focused on insurance. What's stopping them from bringing AI into the picture?
So they tend to take something that's already in existence and then automate some of the processing around it. We're fundamentally taking what they already have and creating a system around it. So it's a little bit different perspective. Particularly what we find is that when it's not designed for the most complex types of use cases like in insurance, those more generic types of tools don't do very well. So a UiPath might take something that was screen-based and automate some of the processing or whatnot. But if you want to take something that was fully manual, that people at workstations were working on, and say, you want to create a full company-wide system that's going to encompass, several $1 billion of insurance processing and do it in one common rubric, then you need something that's really specific for those types of problems.
All right, give it up for Urijah and Protosure. Thank you so much. All right, next up, another company right here in Honolulu. Give it up for Isar Mostafanezhad with Nalu Scientific.
I butchered it, of course. It's awesome. You did great. Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Isar, and I'm here to present to you our microchips for high-resolution medical imaging. Positron emission tomography, or PET, is a mode of imaging that looks for metabolic activity and within the tissue. And physicians usually use those in conjunctions with CAT scans or MRIs to pinpoint areas within the body that could be attacked by cancer cells, essentially. The image resolution for current PET technology is in the order of a centimeter, and that means the cancer tissue needs to grow almost that big to be visible for a PET image. So there's a problem here, and we have a way to increase resolution and get better at this. Theranostics is a medical approach that combines diagnostics and treatment using radio tracers for imaging the disease and developing target-radiated therapy at the same time. This allows for precise treatment with minimal harm to surrounding healthy tissues, essentially. It is a $2 billion market and has been growing at a CAGR of about 15%. It has several moving parts. It definitely needs a radio tracer and also needs a precise positioning tool to get it to the delivery site. And that's where we come in. It needs a GPS. Anything that happens in the world is analog. And for humans or computers to process that, it needs to be converted to digital. From left to right, you can see how our microchips can be integrated into a PET imaging system that can enhance precision for nuclear medicine. The PET electronics market is about $500 million. Using our machine learning tools, we're able to enhance resolution and provide better outcomes for patients potentially. And we'll be hopefully gaining with our performance and then connect with OEMs. That could be also our exit path for this. This is a busy slide, but the highlight here is that we've just recently raised $2 million in non-dilutive funding from NIH for our technical development and fabrication of the module and the chips. And that will hopefully get us to the initial sales next year. It has all been possible with the help from our technical team. And we also work with the University of Hawaii and Mass General Hospital. And the director of nuclear medicine, as Mass General, is also on our team, helping us with this project. We have a business team that has been helping us on the IP side and a fractional CFO that has helped us with market analysis. And we also have a former PET sales expert to help us on the business development. In conclusion, we consider this a growth path for us. There are other applications for our microchips for medical, non-medical, like defense and space sensing. But right now, we're focused on medical imaging. So I would love for you to join us. Come talk to me. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Isar. And I'll kick it over to the judges. Time for a few questions.
On the medical imaging side, can you tell us more about your distribution model? Like, who are your partners in terms of getting this into the hands of doctors?
So we'll have to work with one of the distributors or providers to the big four. As you know, there's Hitachi, Siemens, GE, Philips. But they do not make the whole machine themselves. They usually buy from tier one suppliers. So we'll have to work with some of the suppliers. We have some insight into who they are, so we need to connect with those.
And where are you with the development of the chip?
We've been in business for 10 years, so we have been previously making our microchips for other applications. Scientific imaging is one of them. Now, with this NIH phase 2 funding, we're able to really dial down the needs of our microchips into the needs of the end user, basically. So we have probably another 12 to 18 months to go until we have the module ready.
From my experience working at a manufacturing company, in procurement, they always tend to look at these 4 KPIs: quality, price, innovation or technology, and then supply or logistics. Can you touch upon these 4 and where you're stressing where your value is?
We're a fabless semiconductor company. We don't fabricate anything. We work with contract manufacturers like the TSMCs of the world and other places. And we have companies that can integrate for us. They're manufacturers, really professionals in the field, and we have identified those manufacturers for medical applications that have already the qualifications needed. Our team members have worked with those companies in the past for other medical-related projects, so we feel pretty good about that.
All right, that's about time right there. Let's end it. Thank you, Isar. Got the clicker? All right, next on stage, flying in from California, we've got Yang Fang with Beagle Technology. Give it up.
Hi everyone, my name is Yang Fang. I'm the founder and CEO of Beagle Technology. So today I'm going to share our exciting journey about how to use AI to transform labor-intensive farming. We're solving a big, huge labor shortage problem, and even today people are using those manual labor for dedicated and repetitive work. We know that nobody wants to take in future. In the meantime, this is a big market. If you look at those simple human motions here, pruning, cutting, sorting, cost people $40 billion per year. So the problem, why there is no practical solution today? Through years of experience, what we learned is the two approaches are fundamentally problematic. Firstly, the agtech company take the robotic solution, trying to gain ease of use and speed. It's very challenging. On the other side, the farm equipment companies, they build a hydraulic system very fast to operate. However, they don't have accuracy, has no automation. So we get stuck. And the Beagle Tech's approach is rather than taking robotic solutions, we use AI to make farm equipment accurate and automate. We call that, we robotize farm equipment with AI. And this is what I mean. All those equipment with Beagle's AI controller become two-axis gantry robot. For example, here, the pruning, the trimmer is going to get close and get height controlled, and so it doesn't have all the spurs or wires, so it can be automated. And the cutting, so that equipment is also controlled by us, so the closeness and also the height is well controlled, so the vegetable doesn't split, it can be packed. Same thing for the tomato, so the finger will be actuated and remove our mature tomato and the dirt. Three things very important for us to high growth. One is we use camera-only solutions, so it's easy to cut different crops. And secondly, we choose to work with traditional hydraulic system, pneumatic system, so people know how to service. And also we build the equipment attached to the tractor, so the farmers will operate and use by themselves, so it's easy to use. We make sure the price is very easy to understand. The hardware charge equivalent to 1 year return on investment. After that, we charge recurring revenue equals to 25% labor saving. And last year, we already recognized $220,000 revenue, and this year we already got $1.3 million booked. We're working very hard to achieve our goals in 2028, $100 million revenue. So 30% will be recognized once we fully mechanizing those large growers, our early customers. Get a wine group from wine group industry, Bonnie Pack, and Andy Boy from vegetable industry. Myself, I got my PhD in robotics control from Michigan State University. And before that, I built a company called VertiCI. We built an autonomous mower. Although that company failed by becoming important foundation for Beagle's production and business strategy. Our pre-seed round, we're very proud to have those great investors on board. We have some exceptional individuals like Jeff Ding from Google AI Research Head, and also Fu Chen. He's a serial entrepreneur, has 4 IPOs. So we're raising our seed round right now. If you're interested, come to talk with me. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Yang Fang. Let's kick it over to the judges. Questions?
So if farm equipment breaks down, what's the strategy for parts and service in the field?
That's a good question. So that's why we choose to work with a hydraulic system. So farmers never call us for any mechanical fabrication because that's the quickest one. They have welding, they do themselves. As long as it's hydraulic system, they never call us. They care about electronics. And once electronic break down, they're panicking. And the software is easy for us to service because we can remote. So we make sure that electronics, we can either send them parts repair, and also in the meantime, the most important part for reliability is electronics. So we spend a lot of time working on that.
How interoperable is your technology? Are you able to adapt existing farm equipment, or do they have to use your robotics?
Yeah, that's a great question too. So our customers, and right now we have 2 types of customers. Some customer has no automation tools, they have no equipment. So in those cases, we have a contract manufacturer build the whole thing and integrate on the Beagle's name, we sell to them. Also in the meantime, we allow them to purchase our Beagle controller as well, and they install by themselves.
How quickly can you scale the customer base? What's the go-to-market?
Sorry, say it again?
How quickly can you scale your customer base?
So our customer base right now, we focus on very large commercial grower like a Skidattl wine group, and they're farming thousands of acres. Like Bonnie Pack, Andy Boy, also thousands of acres. So the fleet for them will be hundreds of units. And so we can scale them with them very fast.
How'd you come up with the name Beagle Tech?
because we believe the most important part in farming is not really fully automate them. We already tried, and it's very hard. So Beagle is a dog with people. It helps, but it's not going to replace people. And also Beagle is a dog very good at tracking. Everything we realize in farming is about tracking. You need to track the height for farming, for the grape. You need to track the height for the vegetable cutting as well.
All right, thank you so much, Yang Fang with Beagle Technologies. Give it up. All right, next up, coming all the way from South Korea, we have Ryan Yun with AI Connect.
Hi, I'm Ryan from South Korea. Just imagine you are trying to find someone to date. Would you trust this matchmaker showing random photos, fake-looking people, and nothing to talk about? This is what happens in online dating every day. It costs $12 billion in our society. That's why I am here today. Habit is the first dating app that prevent fraud from day one. 100% verified users, no more fakes, real comparability, not just swipes, AI-assisted conversation, always know what to say. This is how Habit takes an industry giant like Tinder by solving the issues from day one. Moreover, we expand beyond the matching, driving engagement and monetization through live talk and offline activities. In addition, we will dominate all the vertical market in social matchmaking through modular-driven development. So we're going to have the full product just in 3 months. Social matchmaking is growing fast, driven by very, very strong human desire. It creates a huge opportunity for us. Our goal, just capture 0.5% of the market share, worth $170 million. We are the team to make it happen, built by top talent from the Korea's #1 AI company, global consulting firm, Big Tech, and KAIST, Korean MIT. We are now growing so fast with 150% MON revenue growth rate, $1 million fundraising from top investors, and Korea's #1 incubating program. We have a township from the US investor at $10 million valuation. We built, launched, proven, all in just 1 year. We are now on the track to achieve the goal, $1.8 million revenue this year. Currently, we are looking for $1.5 million to achieve our goal. You might have action opportunity from the variety of players like LinkedIn and Tinder. Our first year was just beginning, but within 3 years, we're gonna be a game changer in this market. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ryan. Kick it over to our judges for questions.
That's impressive traction. Congratulations. Is your plan to stay in the Korea market or to expand globally?
Yeah, actually, we are focusing on the US market majorly, and we have a service on the worldwide first, and we are going to go to the Korea after that.
What's your definition of success? When will you be happy with the company?
I want to remove all the fraud in the world. Because as generative AI is growing fast, fraud and fake profile will be more and more dominate all the market. And trust will be broken. I wanted to build trustworthy social networking service in the world. It will make me happy when it happens.
I may have missed this, but how are you getting customers? Do you have key partnerships?
Good question. The first of all, in short-term way to get the customers in the beginning, we use the Google UAC campaign and Instagram campaign. But I cannot compete with the Tinder by just acquiring the users. So I would like to make a campaign that just a real community. So we just make the one time, every day, just one time, you show the you are real. So they have to just turn on their real camera and take a picture and share their life to the others. And then it creates a fighter. So we wanted to build the real people's community, then share their life, and then they get into our community. So it makes us organic growth.
All right, we'll cut it off there. Thank you so much, Ryan. Give it up for Ryan Yun. Thank you so much. Came all the way from South Korea. Thank you. There was a little bit of Katie Penn's talk in that last answer to the question, too. That was cool. All right, next up, we've got another company right here on Oahu, another founder right here on Oahu. Give it up for Randy Marsden with Skidattl.
All right. Hey, everybody. You've probably seen this quote from Steve Jobs before, and I pretty much have lived my career by this quote. Everything I've invented has been guessing what people need before they know it. I'm a 5-time founder. Apple bought my last company, and I went to work there for 8 years in human-computer interface. And so I know a lot about that, and I left Apple to do a startup, and it's like, what comes next? And I'm going to tell you. I believe it's spatial computing. If you haven't heard this term before, you soon will. So what is spatial computing? It's basically a bridge between our virtual and our physical worlds. So imagine you're at a music festival, thousands of people, and you're trying to find your friend, and there's this arrow pointing at them from the sky. Or you're walking down a neighborhood and you see a house for sale, you want to know more about it, and there's a sign hovering above it, and you just tap on it and you get more information. This is the connected kind of real world that we're all going to live in. But the problem is, there's no way to make that content. How would you make the arrow for your friend in the festival? Well, now there is. Everything I just described is what Skidattl can do. We've created a platform to make it easy to create these 3D assets in the real world. You place them at geolocations, and people see them through their phone using augmented reality. Anybody can make these, anyone can see them, and they can be updated in real time. Our business model is B2B. We have a SaaS that companies subscribe to. They create these experiences. It generates a QR code, and their customers scan that. It immediately launches into the experience. You don't need to download an app. It's very seamless. The industry we're in is called proximity marketing. It's huge. It's growing. It's billions of dollars, over 30% growth per year. So we've already built this. And as you can imagine, there's hundreds of use cases. So we spent the last year beta testing and piloting about a dozen. Golf course here on Honolulu, Waikiki trolleys. We've done a theme park in Spain, a music festival, and real estate. All of them have been awesome, but we need to focus on one, and we've drilled down to focus on the $40 trillion real estate industry. We're going to disrupt that industry with Skidattl. We just launched. This went live last month. We already have customers, and in 4 short weeks, we already have over $100,000 in our sales pipeline. So we're the first mover. We have patents. I have an amazing team. I brought people from Apple with me. This is a world-class startup team, and we're ready to go to market. We are raising money, so talk to me. Listen, you can do this with your phone today. We have a viable business, but smart glasses are coming. And when they do, they're going to change the world, but they're going to need content to consume. And when they get there, we'll be there waiting for them. Let's get at it.
All right. Thanks so much, Randy. Let's open it up for judges Q&A.
Can you dig into what the real estate use case is?
Yeah, so the lawn sign used to be the way most things were sold, but now we're all on Zillow. And you miss that in-person experience. So the QR code can go right on the lawn sign. And when you scan it, we actually have Gen AI that we use, and it automatically creates beacons in the whole neighborhood. So you can see all the details of the house, everything you would see on Zillow, you can see right there. But then it also shows you what the neighbor's house sold for. You can look through your phone and see where the schools are, where the park is. So you're in that moment, in the very visceral feeling of the neighborhood, getting a feel for it. So it's a much better buyer experience than sitting on your laptop.
You mentioned there are hundreds of use cases. What's the one use case that's going to drive mass market adoption?
I believe this will one day be a consumer product. This is a new medium that we could all use for social networking. You know, I'd love to put up a beacon and tell you all the after party is over here. So I believe eventually this will be a B2C play. The mass adoptions are going to come through the B2B businesses. Real estate, theme parks, music festivals, we're all going to get used to having this extra spatial computing around us. And as we do that, we build up those consumer customers to the point that that will become commonplace for us all.
Yeah, I'm in agreement that, you know, holding the phone, bending your head down, looking at the data is not a natural human position that we'll be continuing to adopt for the rest of our, you know, lives. It's much more easier when you have a glass or something, different way, you know, much more natural. When do you think that's actually going to be the mainstream way of consuming data? And how are you going to make sure that your company is still alive when that happens?
Well, I've already sold one company to Apple, and I actually worked on Apple Vision Pro glasses, so I know what they're going to be looking for. Listen, we have become so enamored with our screens. We're just used to it. Our head is down in our screens. Before that, we were in the real world. So Skidattl is helping us get back to that. And when smart glasses come, we're going to rediscover that reality. We will be there. We will be one of the leaders. We will have had hundreds of business customers already using this when those glasses come. And it's going to be a moonshot, and we're going to rediscover the real world.
All right. Thank you so much. Give it up for Skidattl. All right. Next up. Flying in from Colorado. She was on stage already today, so second time on stage. Give it up for Jacqueline Hall with Maiven Energy.
Aloha. I'm Jacqueline, founder, CEO of Maiven Energy. Maiven is a software platform that helps energy programs reach decarbonization goals faster and at less cost. We do that by replacing manual program processes with our automation, delivering a better consumer experience and better outcomes for the utility. We recently launched, so March 1st, we launched 2 utility programs with Pacific Gas and Electric. Our first year of business closing $1.4 million in revenue, and then just this morning closing another contract. So we're up, thanks. Yeah. We're hacking the notoriously long utility sales cycle by selling to consultants who have already won these contracts, who our partners can now roll us out at contracts nationwide. What does that actually mean? Energy programs have been run by utilities for the past 50 years. They're full of bottlenecks, manual program processes, inefficient programs, basically. Maiven replaces up to 80% of these checkpoints, delivering a much better consumer experience and optimizing workflows for our customers. So instead of paying $5.9 billion a year to reach about 16% of homes, our clients are now saving about $700,000 for every 1,000 homes that we use Maiven. It's a 25% increase in decarbonization conversions, which is great for the planet, and we're saving trade pros about 87% in labor costs. So for our partners, utility programs, we're a tech enablement partner. The resident experience is completely different. So our utility partners, when they work with us, they send our app directly to consumers. Homeowners and renters can log in, they're led to sync with their utility accounts, and then led through on-screen instructions to collect all the data points in the home required for a custom energy model. From there, we build a baseline profile of the home, run a variety of simulations, and calculate the exact cost and carbon impact that any upgrade would make for your home. We connect you with all the rebates and incentives available, unlocking a lot of decarbonization solutions for residents. Our business model, we replace up to 4 existing contracts at the utility level. So we're optimizing workflows as well as improving
costs. We have a huge market and we're moving fast. Our goal is to close 5 more contracts this quarter. So we just closed one this morning and we're launching our raise. So consider that an invitation. This is my Calendly if you'd like to book a meeting with me and invest. Thanks.
Hey, thanks so much, Jacqueline. So much good news. Let's open it up for the judges for Q&A.
As opposed to selling directly into utility companies or whatnot, how are you working with other partners that may provide grants or donations towards, studies for a certain population or whatnot, and use that as maybe a vehicle to sell to?
Yeah, so super interesting question. Utilities obviously run most of the programs in the United States. They issue RFPs, so they have implementation consulting companies coming in, winning those contracts, and that's who we partnered with first, which unlocks a lot of existing contracts for us. But more interestingly and more important, the contract we closed this morning, for example, is with a large nonprofit funded entirely by a grant. But they work with utilities to run these programs. So by working with nonprofits, for example, we're actually going to expand our reach. I hope that answered your question.
Can you talk about your team?
Team's amazing. So we're running super lean. We have 4 full-stack, full-time developers, 2 are specializing in data science, 2 are more on the app dev side, and brought in a lead developer this week. So very excited. Very engineering heavy for now, but that's what we needed.
Tell us more about your background. What inspired you to build Maiven?
Okay, so my background's in energy. I started off getting trained as a building scientist. So I was doing home energy audits, climbing through attics, testing heating systems, collecting all of that data with pen, paper, and a clipboard, and then sitting down at a kitchen table, entering that data into an energy modeling software, generating PDF and walking homeowners, renters through it. I switched over and started working on the implementation side. So I was training contractors how to build that service into their business model. And in doing that, just identified so many opportunities where we could streamline the process. And the real problem is the longer the process takes, the more hurdles you have to jump through, the fall off rate is greater, obviously. So the easier we can make it, the faster we're gonna be able to decarbonize homes.
All right, we got to cut it off right there. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. All right, next up, another company joining us from South Korea. Please help me in welcoming Vivian Kim with Gloing.
Okay, aloha. This is Vivian from Gloing. So we are building the Setter, the Gen AI fashion platform, turning outfit into viral content instantly. So we are starting from here. Every girl wanna be the trend these days, especially, but every girl cannot. Not every girl can. So there's a harsh truth. To be the trend, they need to new outfits, buy and perfect setup, building their contents and uploading, filming. There's time consuming there. But the reality, the trend of TikTok is too fast. It's gone about the trend in just 3 days. So that is our problem. So we crack the code like that. The user can explore the trend look from our platform, and they can upload their photo and try on any outfit, newest closet. And after they finding the favorite clothes, then they can generate the viral contents using our Gen AI. So no shopping and no waiting about no stress. They can make the viral contents right away. It's not only about the trend these days. I think that is a shift and inevitable for now. It's because Gen Z loves Gen AI, especially, and TikTok turned the trend into the performing, especially for girls. So every girl wanna expect to express not just consuming, and so I can define about this our Gen Z girls is a creator, everybody. It's catching fire already. And can you believe it's all building, everything built, we just in a week. Like starting from ideas and, we got some traction and that was available and it's kind of like convention intent. So we got this and we have shares. So we developed that prototype in just 3 days and we launched the landing page in a day. So that's why I can show you in this program now. So let's meet our team. Can you see just kind of like tech wizard there and startup team Vivian there. So we are also using our Gen AI service like that. We are so fast in global and we are obsessed in virality like that. So yeah, introducing my team like that. And about our vision, we are starting from the virality like that and using our previous creator from our model. And yeah, it's kind of UGC. And adding brand affiliate from our fashion brand partner. And yeah, eventually we aim to be an e-commerce platform or maybe plugin there. To be honest, it's like, one priority for here is making guys or remember about me, Vivian, and Zetter. So it's really honored to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. All right. We will turn it over to the judges for questions.
Thanks, Vivian. I'd love to hear more about your business model, right? So how do you plan to monetize this?
So actually, we are starting about the freemium first, and there's a credit. But, we are running like previous model as well. So there's kind of like stable revenue there. So they're in the kind of creator in South Asia first. So we're going to use that kind of viral power of there. So we can put inside about the affiliate model. So we are aimed to be like scalable for revenue model as well. Like.
I think there are some other companies trying the similar product, similar technology. But how will you be able to offer better product, better solution?
Yeah, of course, as you know that there's a lot of Gen AI program like turning outfit, VTO, and like creating video. But we are integrated, like monetize it. So we are very aimed to be niche about our girls and fashion creator. Yeah, so kind of our competitive and, we are all appeal to about our speed and we know Gen Z. Yeah.
What's the unique insight you think you bring to this opportunity?
Because as I told you, this is kind of right timing here. And from our amazing speaker today, like Katie said, Gen Z is kind of like creator, not consuming. So, it's because I felt like limitation from my previous model, even if there's kind of revenue there and there was working and stable, but yeah, so I want to use that kind of power of virality from Gen Z.
All right. Thank you so much, Vivian. Thank you. Vivian with Setter. Woo! All right. Last pitch of the day. Here we go. From right here, Oahu. Give it up for Brent Grimes with Reef AI.
Hello, everyone. Brent Grimes. I've been obsessed with the problem for over 15 years, and when I reveal what it is, you're going to be a little sad for me, but I can't escape it. I've been through two companies going public, and I've really attacked this problem. And it's an overlooked problem, massively overlooked, very valuable, but it's not flashy, right? And so B2B churn is a $100 billion problem, right? So if you think about $50 billion churning out of businesses annually, and there's $65 billion to replace that revenue, and it gets worse. It's not just about losing the revenue, it kills growth, right? Because all of that exciting new customer revenue that you brought in is filling the leaky bucket and replacing the revenue that you're losing from your customers, so it's hurting your growth rate, it's hurting your market cap. So what if there was a way to consistently recover 35 to 50% of churned revenue? So Reef is a vertically specialized Data science, so a lot of fancy words here, right? So if we cut to the chase, it's a cheat code for retention. The idea is that we have found a way to recover revenue more effectively than any product or approach in the market. And so it starts with this idea of moneyballing retention, right? So getting companies to bet on the probabilities versus getting their teams to decide where they want to invest their time and being really disciplined about resource allocation. And so there's a three-step process to deploy probability-based retention. First is to build a time-based predictive model with explanations. And what this means is we're using some novel data science that comes from medicine, applying it to the churn problem to introduce the element of time so that we can reliably predict churn 6, 9, 12 months in advance, so you can build a program to engage those customers before they become churn risk, turn them around so you're not fighting fires at the end. You acknowledge every recommendation as part of the system. It's very light touch. Then you measure, adopt, understand what's working, and improve the model as you go. So a great example is Abrigo. We met with them in 2023. They tested us and said, if you can do this, we like it. We already have a pretty good score, and we beat their score. So our score found 2.35 million in 2024 in revenue that their score is missing, that was at risk. They recovered 1.1 million and give us attribution for that $1 million improvement. And our ARR from them has grown from a 24K pilot to a recent renewal at 132K. And so our system is taking this raw data, organizing it, taking it from operational form and making it machine learning ready, building high-performing predictive scores, and then driving the recommendations in the systems that people already use today. So there's no new front-end technology to adopt. It's really a data recommendation platform. And then this is an example of Reef recommendations showing up natively in Salesforce. And we have great traction. Most of our revenue growth has come within the last year. We just signed a 50K deal with Matterport today, 72K deal last week with a company called Macrobond. So a lot of good logos and increasing traction. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Brent. Let's open it up for Q&A from the judges.
Thank you. Can you explain a bit more about the integration, how much hand-holding is required, how long it takes to adopt the system into the enterprise?
Right now, we exclusively work with Salesforce as a CRM to really simplify, right? So we've automated the data connectivity, most of the data preparation to take it from its current form to something that's longitudinal, clean, validated, ready for machine learning. We weave in product telemetry from usually like a warehouse like Snowflake or Databricks. Right now, our typical implementation is between 2 and 3 months, but we think with continued automation, we can get that to about 4 to 6 weeks. And so again, given our enterprise focus of our customers, that's faster than they're usually able to operate. And then we push data back into those systems as well.
I'd love to hear more about like the contract composition, right? Like, are you charging a cut, right, of the revenue that you were able to capture? Is it seat based? Is it volume based?
Yeah, so it is value based. Right now, we are charging per scoring model. So we've introduced this idea of outcome-based scoring, which is instead of a general health score, it's about granular scoring precision, right? So we can we have a renewal coming up with Braze, they're a customer. The first model they bought from us was a full churn prediction model. So a model optimized to predict a customer fully churning, which is different than our second model with them that they just purchased, which is a partial churn prediction model, right? So predicting revenue loss. So we grow through model propagation, both on the risk and the growth side. So we build models for cross-sell targeting, upsell targeting, et cetera. And then we are trying out the pay-per-performance model. We are just doing a partnership with a global BPO called Movate, and they sell people as a service to go improve retention. And they're essentially now embedding Reef into their pitch and saying, not only do we have great operational discipline to recover revenue, but we have this early warning system to help us get ahead of the risk. And they're essentially embedding that into their pay-for-performance pricing. So the trade for us is we take a little bit of risk on performance, but we get about double the revenue on the other side.
All right. Thank you so much. That's all the time we have. Thank you, Brent. With Reef.ai. All right, let's give a round of applause for all of our pitch contestants today. Those were really great companies, really awesome founders, great pitches, and you know what? They were all like right on time, which is really, really rare in these pitch competitions. 3 minutes is fast. Like, that's hard. So, yeah, huge round of applause for the pitch contestants. And let's give another round of applause to our judges. Thank you so much. Great questions. All right, now I would like to ask our judges to file out of the room. And they're going to go discuss and tally up scores and talk about what we all want to know at the end of this day is who's the winner of the Startup World Cup pitch competition right here in Honolulu, and who's going on to the finals in San Francisco.
All right. Are you guys ready to know who won this thing or what? I'm ready. All right. I'm so excited, and I have it right here on this little piece of paper. Can you read through it? You almost can, and then I can show you more. Okay. I want to invite back up onto the stage John Lim. Where did he go? There he is, with Pegasus Tech Ventures, and Henry Chang. Henry Chang is with Human Bulb, and Henry Chang is responsible for getting us, this is a surprise, I think, for most of you, because we didn't advertise it. Oh, it's still going to be a surprise. Henry's going to tell you. Okay, what are we getting, Henry? What are we getting?
Oh my gosh, we're getting something.
Who are you, first of all? Introduce.
Okay, well, I'm Henry Chang, and I'm with Human Bulb. So we run a technology accelerator program. We've actually organized over 26 global Startup World Cup competitions since 2018. So not our first rodeo. So, but we're very proud and very happy to be tonight's sponsor for this competition. So whoever wins over there, they're going to get Southwest Airline vouchers to fly to the global grand finale in San Francisco in October. So that's what we're doing. So fun fact, I'm going to just talk to our competitors here, but how many Startup World Cup competitions are there around the world now?
About 110, 120.
110, 120. So here's a fun fact for all of you in this room. Every single competition has to be done in English. So a couple of years ago, at the grand finale, the Colombian Startup World Cup winner did not speak English. So she memorized her pitch for 3 minutes and did pretty good, but didn't win it, unfortunately. So that's just a fun fact for you guys. At least you guys are doing this in English. So again, thank you, Southwest, for sponsoring the tickets, and good luck to all the contestants tonight.
Thank you, Henry. Okay, so I know we want to know this grand prize, and it's very cool, but I have a really cool prize right here, and it's called Runner Up. What? That's so awesome. Look at this bowl that you're going to get. Okay, so first, I want to announce the runner-up, and then we'll get to the grand prize. So runner-up is Reef AI. Come on up, Brent. Hey. Getting this awesome bowl. You can put business cards in it. You can drink champagne out of it. Okay. All right. Are you ready, John? Am I saying it or are you saying it? I'm saying it. All right. This, I'm kind of happy about it. Swear to God, we had nothing to do with it. We were totally not a judge or anything. I swear on my life. Okay, the winner of the Startup World Cup is, not the whole thing, but the, whatever this is called, the Startup World Cup mini championship thing that we're doing here, Jacqueline with Maiven. Yeah. Come on, Jacqueline.
Henry. Pictures. God, imagine someone to come to pictures. Okay. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Let you guys go and then I'll get it. Okay.
All right, let's get a little Finny with shot up pro bar rolling. Put that trophy up in the air or something.
Whoa. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
One more.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. Congratulations, Jacqueline. Thank you, John. Thank you, Henry. And thank you, everybody. Maya, come back up here with me. All right, so we're going to close out this day. Are you guys ready to get a drink downstairs? I am. All right.
I have something to say. What an incredible day. From local talent to global trailblazers, today showed just how powerful it is when East truly meets West. Okay. We hope you're leaving inspired and reconnected.
Yes, I'm sure you are. All right, a big mahalo to all of our amazing sponsors who made this day possible. Hawaii Technology Development Corporation, yay, HTDC. They have been our partners from day one for 12 years. Tetris Company, Maya and Hank Rogers, thank you so much for another 12 years of support and partnership. And the Ulupono Initiative, thank you. Pegasus Tech Ventures, thank you. Stafford Capital Partners, thank you. Wilson Sonsini, thank you. Elemental Impact, thank you. And Morgan Stanley, thank you very much. Those are all our big sponsors. Our community sponsors. We had, I will just tell you, I'll be honest, we lost our biggest sponsor this year, not because we're not awesome, but because there was a big fire on Maui. You might have heard about it. Anyway, that impacted a lot of people's budgets, including theirs. So we had a big hole to fill, and all of our community sponsors came in to fill in that gap. So thank you very much. It's a longer list, and we are so fortunate to have all of you contribute to this day. Goodsill, Servco Pacific, Pro Service Hawaii, Box Ladder, AEP, Kealani Solutions, People, Culture, Talent, Ashley Lukens Consulting, Hawaii Angels, Pacific Asian Center for Entrepreneurship, Kapor Capital, University of Hawaii, Olukai, and Human Bulb. That is our community showing up. Thank you so much. All right. None of this would have happened, of course, without our amazing team. Honestly, this year I did very little. David Holt did everything. Thank you, David. Oh my God. Did he step up or what? This was amazing. I was like, okay, last year we had Kira was our event planner and she was amazing. And then she took a full-time job, so she couldn't do it this year. And I was like, I'm canceling. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. It's over. Game over. And David was like, we're going to do it. We can do it. I'm like, you can do it. I'm not doing it. And he's like, I'm going to do it. And he did it. Let's go. Of course, he didn't do it alone. People that really, really showed up for him. Tammy Contreras, where are you? Tammy, amazing. Filled some big shoes. Alexi Duran, where's Alexi? Alexi, huge mahalo. And Maitri, where is Maitri? She might be taking a nap because she's very tired. Okay, but Maitri, Carmichael, these three people were instrumental volunteers for us. We have a much longer list of volunteers. We can't name them all, but these were really David's core team in making this happen. So mahalo to our planning committee, to all of our wonderful volunteers. We couldn't have done it without your help. Okay, so Blue Startups is accepting applications for cohort 17. Let's go. Who's gonna apply? Yeah, all right, I like it. I like to see it. Okay, so deadline is next week. I'm just letting you know. It's next week. You have one more week. Okay, good. And what else do I have to say? Oh, bluestartups.com. That's where you apply. Yes. And okay, you want to say the last bit? Let's.
All right. Mahalo to everyone who came out tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a reception downstairs. A phenomenal musician, Connor Johnson, local artist, is playing in the foyer, just on street side of the hotel, outside. Follow the cherry blossoms when you get to the lobby. You can't miss it. Join us for drinks. Keep the networking rolling, and I hope to see you all down there. All right. Let's have some fun. Thank you.